The evil business of Nestlé.
You probably know Nestlé as the world's leading producer of
I thought it was Nestle for a while, but apparently it's Nestlé.
rabbit advertised diarrhea powder. But what you probably don't know,
No plate, no jokes, that fucking diarrhea powder is gas. Gas. If you have a childhood, you know that chocolate milk can never be topped.
is that Nestlé is the largest food company in the world. I use the term food lightly.
I would eat it raw. I would literally just have a scoopful of that chocolate milk powder and just eat it raw, bro. Oh my god.
As their products mostly consist of powdered and processed food-style tribute acts to the real thing. For reasons unrelated to that though, some people on the internet think Nestlé is worse than Hitler, Hiroshima,
Wait, what?
and hangnails combined. But why? Let's find
Hangnails, that's where we draw the line, bro. That's where we draw the line on hangnails, whatever these things are, bro. And you can't just not pick them. There's two types of people. There's people that pick them, and there's people that lie. You can't just not pick them. Just having it on my finger and acting like it's not there is impossible.
out. Nestlé began life in Switzerland in 1867,
Wow.
when Henry Nestlé was one of the first people to produce milk-based baby formula. A vital, life-saving product for babies who, for what...
Bro, I don't trust it though. I don't trust it. I hope I wasn't. I think I was raised on formula. Bro, I just don't trust that shit. Like, I'd much rather it be like what I've evolved to drink, rather than some chemicals some guy named Nestle, who basically enslaves people in Africa, made for me. Like, is that just me?
whatever reason, couldn't breastfeed naturally. 150 years and over 2,000 brands and corporate acquisitions later, dried udder squirt is still one of Nestlé's biggest moneymakers. The formula industry's market value is projected to reach $119 billion by 2020.
That's insane, bro. I'll be honest with you, all these kids, I know they're gonna grow up like hella weird, bro. This is why we have so much autism nowadays, bro. It's the formula, bro. Trust me.
5.
I'm a scientist, by the way.
Even better than that, companies make 23 cents for every dollar they make in sales. It's a very profitable commodity, which is crazy because it is just dried milk with some vegetable oils and sugars, and what's more, it's crap. Every medical professional will tell you that formula is vastly inferior compared to mum's old-fashioned own.
What did I say? I could just feed it out, bro. I could genuinely just feed it out. I hope I wasn't raised on that, because that would explain why I'm not 6'5" as I'm meant to be.
Brand. Unless, of course, that medical professional is being paid by Nestlé. In the 1970s, Nestlé was expanding its formula market globally, but it ran into a problem, or rather, two big problems. The humble breast
Yo, y'all is like, oh my god, the jiggle physics are insane. This feels like GTA 6, bro.
was Nestlé's biggest, bounciest competitor, so they did what any multinational conglomerate would do and began undermining this basic and necessary human function. Nestlé launched an aggressive global marketing campaign which encouraged mothers to swap the breast for the bottle. But what was more morally dubious was that Nestlé...
Come on, like, you really just had to fucking attack kids, bro, like the children, like, you know it's less healthy, and you want money so bad, you want to, like, fucking attack the children and, like, tell them, oh, mothers, you need this, the child's gonna be so much stronger and healthier, knowing damn well it's just sugar and dried milk, like, actual cruel-ass people, man.
were paying medical professionals
Like, Megamind couldn't think of this shit.
to promote their powder. In Asia and Africa, Nestlé hired a legion of saleswomen to dress up as nurses and give out free medical advice as well as free samples of their product. Nestlé's fake nurses gave out free samples that lasted just long enough for mothers to stop being able to produce milk naturally, making them dependent on Nestlé's expensive product in order to, you know, keep their child alive. They did this
Whoa, yo, they got some real criminals over there at Nestle. Holy shit. Yo, there's some straight demons.
through home visits and even on maternity wards. Nestlé's uniformed pushers were slinging more powder than Pablo Escobar. They would also suggest that their artificial product was better than the real thing, which wasn't just weapons grade.
Man, milk in general is like hella, like, it's like the whole industry of milk and just any sort of liquid that's white. Hold up, pause. What the fuck? Though it low-key makes sense, because it just gets advertised like, for example, Big Milk, always lying to you about how healthy milk is. It's really not that good for you. It's not as good as you think it is for you. Same thing with this powder, and same thing with the Like, it's just everything. Am I wrong? I don't know where I was going with that, bro. Why did I point down there? What the fuck am I on about?
Bollocks, it was also extremely dangerous. Breast milk contains very important sciencey stuff that helps prevent pneumonia, infection, and malnutrition, which are much higher risks in countries that don't have regular access to clean water, i.e. all the countries that Nestlé was sending their nurses to. As bad PR headlines go, dead babies is pretty much unbeatable unless it's preceded by the phrase, a gigantic pile of. And that's exactly what Nestlé and other formula companies were contributing to.
Yo, I like this guy. He's actually funny.
Naturally, people got real mad about this. Protests and boycotts, one notably ran by War on.
Wow, this is like from like, goddamn, Nestlé's been hated. Like, they've been on the public eye.
On want really got people worked up. Nestlé's upper management was even brought before a US Senate hearing to account for the multiple, dead kids.
Well, what do you feel is your corporate responsibility to find out the extent of the use of your product in those circumstances?
Was it the microphones back then, or did they all sound like that? Like, they also have like that distinct old sound. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? I just made noises there, but like...
In the developing part of the world, do you feel that you have any responsibility?
We can't have that responsibility, sir. I missed the part where that's my problem.
But in 1981, the World Health Organization made it Nestlé's problem by passing the International Code of Marketing Breast Milk Substitutes, better known in the
Just like a folder full of like tit pics, bro, just like boobs.
community just as the code. Ooh. These guidelines were pushed on Nestlé and other formula companies, and that's why subsequent commercials have to feature these little pro-booby asides.
Make it gentle, easily digestible. No formula is more nutritious. Remember, breast milk is best.
Since this
Yeah.
colossal dose of bad PR, Nestlé have done their best to waft away that dead baby smell. They even funded this pro-boob propaganda.
Bro, babies are so annoying, and what's more annoying is mothers, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Mothers are so annoying. Like, those mothers that be like, take all the shit, bro. Like, they actually don't care. Like, for example, I'm at McDonald's, and there's this kid crying, no, I wanna go to Susie's house, and the mother's like, he's crying, throwing a fit everywhere, and the mother's like, come on, Derek, you've already gone to Susie's house, Derek. Oh, come on, I'll give you a chocolate when we get home. And the baby's throwing a fit, and the mother's over there sat like this. Derek, he's our cute little angel. I'm just like, bro, can we just like exterminate like both of you? Like, can Nestle attack both of you, please? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
A supergroup known as the Super Babies.
Yeah, Super Babies on board. Take it away now. We're breastfed and we know it. Breastfed and we know it, yo.
Look, I had to watch a lot of these,
What?
so I'm inflicting them on you too.
This is a breastfeeding song for those who help our awesome moms.
MC Milkers and the Mammary Gang have been assaulting the eyes and ears of the global south since 2015. They don't sell any Nestlé products, but they do perform a useful function for the company. They're rolled out every breastfeeding week to promote the good things about breastfeeding and to brush under the carpet all the bad things about formula feeding. But it's been a while since Nestlé swept all those dead babies under the rug of corporate non-responsibility. It's not like they're still at it, right? Well, Nestlé are still at it. They've just gotten a bit sneakier. While formula sales have stalled in many countries, it is soaring in others, especially in Southeast Asia and the Pacific, which is coincidentally where Nestlé are focusing their marketing. Save the Children released an
Why would they focus their marketing there, though?
expansive report in 2018 detailing how Nestlé and other formula companies are still bribing healthcare workers, still giving out free samples in medical settings, and advertising in hospitals. Nestlé are
Well, that's like today. That's insane. Yo, Nestle's actually like a bug, bro. Like, they need to be squashed.
breaking the law, but only in countries where they are likely to get away with it. Nestlé is also the world's leading producer of plastic bottles that they kindly fill with a free sample of tap water. But hey, what's wrong with that? You've got to stay hydrated, and have you tried carrying
Bro, they're so expensive. Like, Nestle water is like coincidentally 5 times more expensive than literally any other bottle of water. Like, come on.
water around without a bottle? It's a hassle. Well, As with formula, Nestlé's main business strategy seems to be making you pay for things that you should already have for free. In 2005, Nestlé's former CEO got into some hot water over comments he made suggesting that access to the wet stuff wasn't a human right.
Die eine Anschauung, extrem würde ich sagen, wird von einigen von den NGOs vertreten, die darauf pochen, dass Wasser zu einem öffentlichen Recht erklärt wird.
Yo, these are straight demons, man. Like, you're actually killing babies. Water isn't meant for everybody. Like, who is this? Like, I can't write villains. Like, this is top 3 anime antagonists.
Das heißt, als Mensch sollten sie einfach Recht haben, Wasser
Of course he's German as well. Like, I just need to point that out.
zu haben. Das ist die eine Extremlösung.
He rolled back those comments about half a decade later on Nestlé's official YouTube channel, where he suggested that humans did deserve water, but they would preferably buy it from him.
Let me make it clear from the beginning. I've always supported the human right to water.
Despite the mountain logos and the local
Oh, shut
springs
up.
mentioned in their brand names, Nestlé gets most of its water from the same place your bathroom faucet does: the ground. In North America, they tap into municipal water supplies, paying about $10 for every tanker of high-quality H2O. And once they wrap that water up in plastic, that $10 tanker is suddenly worth $50,000.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's the holy shit. Hold up, pause. But at the same time, it's the actually. Let me talk while that's in the background, so y'all watch for longer. So, like, I kind of understand it though, because water is it's like the transport of it is mainly where the price is. Like having just tankers of water, that's heavy. That's a lot to transport, and then packaging that. I kind of understand where the price is, but obviously their profit margins are insane.
Nestlé is pulling Belle Delphine scam on a global scale. They get such great deals on their water because they capture it from states like Maine and Texas, which operate under absolute capture laws, which say you can suck the ground empty provided you own the dirt on top of it. This has proved controversial with people who need that water to live, especially in states suffering from water shortages. In famously dry-mouthed California, there's no absolute capture allowances.
California had legalized weed back then. That's kind of crazy.
But Nestlé were found to be drawing 54 million gallons more than their permit allowed, a permit that expired 2 decades ago. Is this Nestlé's fault though? I mean, on this one I'm not particularly convinced. The company might be sucking America drier than a chapped lip.
No, you gotta understand, in a capitalistic society, all the companies are basically like parasites. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying it to knock down capitalism. But what I'm saying is companies have one goal, and that's to make money. So they are basically like parasites to society's economies. How you control those parasites? You have control over them. How do you control them? Through the law. So if the law is too relaxed, these parasites will run free. If the law isn't relaxed, then there is actual laws that guide capitalistic society, which sounds kind of contradictory because it's capitalism, so less laws. But at the same time, you do need laws to make sure that companies don't like act up like this. What the fuck is this?
Hooker at a Nevada truck stop, but the government's letting them do it. For the most part, they're not breaking the law.
Yeah.
At least not in America. In 2013, in Pakistan, it was found that Nestlé were diverting free, clean water away from thousands of people who were forced to drink sludge water because they couldn't afford to have it sold back to them in bottled form. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And when they're not stealing water, they're polluting it. Just last month in France, a Nestlé-owned powdered milk factory farted a load of biological sludge into a river and killed over 3 metric tons
What is that?
of fish. You know your body count is getting out of control when you're measuring it in
3 metric tons.
tons. Okay, the water and formula stuff is
I don't even know how much that is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I for example, we watched a video that was like, oh, how many people live on one island? And they were like, oh, it's like 3 kilometers or some shit like that. I don't know exactly, but it was like, damn, that's not that big. That's pretty big actually. And then they said like it's like 1 or 2 football fields, and I was like, what? That's insane.
pretty dicey. But ultimately, the reason I love Nestlé is their variety of confectionery products. And there's nothing wrong with them, right? Right? Around the year 2000, Nestlé, Cadbury's and Mars got in some hot cocoa for using forced, trafficked and child labour to harvest cocoa beans for their chocolate brands.
Yeah, that's not very good, is it?
Speaking together as the Chocolate Manufacturers Association, later rebranded as the World Cocoa Foundation to sound more like an NGO and less like a trade group, these companies promised to do their darndest to make their chocolate slave-free by the year 2005. Well, they've missed that deadline and have missed every subsequent multi-year deadline they've set themselves since.
Wow, so that must be like just the same song and dance. It must be the same thing that's gonna happen with the, oh, we're gonna make sure that the environment is good and we're gonna make sure we take care of the environment. The moment the hype dies down, they go backtrack on all their promises. Like, I'm 100% sure we're gonna go back to like plastic straws and whatnot. Hopefully, because that's the one thing we need back. All the other plastic shit, gotta get that out of here. Paper straws need to go. Like, they need to go away. And I'm not using no metal straw I have to clean with some little fucking like some surgeon, bro. Like, I'm good off of that.
Nestlé have been delaying the release of slave-free chocolate for longer than James Cameron's been working on those Smurf movie sequels. This all sounds really bad, so maybe we should just, like, hear them out? What are Nestlé doing about it? When you visit Nestlé's Coca Plan website, they are keen to point out that most of their unpaid child labour, not all of it mind, is done by children working on their parents' farm. Farmers who are too poor to send their kids to school and need help on the farm to make enough money to afford basic necessities like food and clothes. Which is not the best argument when you're the pricks paying them. Bowing to public outcry and threats of boycott, Nestlé did do something about this in 2010. They took all the cocoa that they were super sure wasn't harvested by child slaves, took all of that and used it to make their flagship chocolate product, the Kit Kat bar.
Oh my god, so it's the one thing they basically, we're gonna keep employing the little kids, like we're gonna keep using them, bro, but we're gonna have like the good chocolate that we know is good, we're gonna make a chocolate bar out of. Wow, you are scummy. You are dirty, you are filthy, bro. Nestle's actually, they're some straight demons, bro. And I'll be honest with you, Kit Kats, mid, all chocolate, low-key mid. Like, all chocolate's mid, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, it's occasionally nice, but it's not. What's the best? Cheesecake. Yeah, cheesecake. Ice cream's much better. Oh my god. Ben & Jerry's, Tom & Jerry's, whatever the fuck it's called. This shit is too gas. It's so expensive, but it's so gas.
That way they could slap an independently verified fair trade sticker on it and be seen to be doing something about the problem they were causing. This label did not extend to most of their chocolate, or even to the vastly superior Kit Kat Chunky, which remained crunch-tacular with the severed limbs of trafficked children. But as of this year, they've decided to pack that in too. They have concluded their partnership with Fairtrade to focus on their new partnership with the Rainforest Alliance and work on sustainable cocoa farming. As in 2020, it's more fashionable to appear environmentally correct than ethically correct, and apparently, you can't do both. It's also much cheaper and more achievable. And this is just proof that
God, man, they're some straight demons, man. Our government needs to step in, but the thing is, why would our government care about children in Africa? Like, they just don't care. Like, their main priority is funneling our money and stealing our taxes, so they don't really care.
They were never really worried about the whole slavery thing. They were just worried about what you, the chocolate-buying public, thought about it.
You can't really blame the companies themselves. Like, I know it's easy to blame the companies, but we've created the market in which they operate in. Like, we're the reason they operate in a market like this. It's because we've given them free reign. It's capitalism. You do whatever you want. Your goal is to make money. And we will make laws that guide you and make you making money a benefit to society. And that's why capitalism's so good. If there's laws in place, laws that are made by people who don't have a bias, who aren't trying to profit themselves, who are for the people, which is the whole point of us voting, because we're supposed to be knowledgeable and vote for someone who has our interest at heart so that they can control the companies in a capitalistic society, so that we can actually have the companies whose only objective is to make money in a way that benefits us. Get what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually spitting knowledge right now. But the thing is, we got plebs that vote because based off of emotion and not based off of facts.
Nestlé are not a food company. They are a natural resource company with chocolate and cat food divisions. Their major strategy is depriving people of necessities and then selling them an expensive alternative.
Give me a break, give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Of course, they had the Mexican guy, the South American guy with a fucking, what's it called, a thing on his head. Like, what?
Hi everyone, thanks for watching. This one was a bit of a bummer.
W video.
Sorry about that, but
I'm not even gonna skip this because this was such a W video.
Next week, I'm gonna be doing something.
I lied, I am gonna skip this. W video, subscribe if you enjoyed this one. I post bangers like this every day, and yeah.